Hello people, today I have with us the Spinatia. This one is just the regular Spinatia. I have write-ups and everything like that available in the videos that I reviewed this on, but I wanted to cover the articulation on this one. Like I mentioned in the last video, but you may not have watched, I feel like on my Spinatia and my Spinatio, I may have thought that I showed you guys the articulation on the model kits, and I actually didn't, because when I reviewed the Spinatia Commando and the Spinatio Shogun type, I was like, oh yeah, I don't need to show you that because I already did. And then I tried to link a video that I did it in, and I couldn't find one. So I just want to cover the shortcomings that I had in those videos and make sure you guys understand the awesomeness of these Maxion forces. So if you saw the last one that I did, it was for the Spinatio. This one's going to be about the Spinatia. And they're very similar. They're actually incredibly similar. They're built almost exactly the same way. They just have different features. So let me go ahead and show what this one can do. So just like the Spinatio, there is a ball joint in the head, so you can get that one to move any direction that you need to look. And there's a rocker at the bottom, which allows for a more dynamic direction. So if you need her to look down, you can do that. If you need her to look up, you can do that as well. If you need to do a combination, which looks very awkward, you can do that as well. Same with the shoulders. The articulation is quite advanced. I mentioned before that these ones do have a tendency to wear out faster than other joints because they are the softer plastic that goes into the softer plastic. So eventually some of this will wear out and you won't be able to have a nice firm connection. But they do seem to be pretty good with normal use. You know, if you're posing them every day constantly, I think it will wear out, but overall it's pretty good. The joints as a ball can help you move quite a lot. And then you have this one here, which you can rotate all the way up, all the way down, crosswise. You get quite a lot there. With this joint here, you can rotate. So that helps you with different poses like so. One joint in the elbow. That gets you from fully straight like this, a little bit beyond straight in this one, all the way to here. And then a ball joint in the arm allows you to rotate that wrist in many different directions. And of course you can turn it in its socket as well. Ball joint up into the chest. Make sure that's nice and tight and it keeps you from losing that nice set of articulation right there. Similar to the Spinatio, there's a peg on this one that goes into this one, and that allows you to turn it like so. You get quite a lot out of that. If she needs to limbo, she can do that. It's pretty cool. Another ball joint in the bottom. That one is not so usable. That one's going to give you a little bit more articulation. This one has an armed guard here, and that allows you to rotate it if you need to. I'm going to put that up out of the way so you can see the drop down in the hip. Similar to the Spinatio. You drop that all the way down. You can even go forward if you wanted to. Push that one back to the back. And of course, because that's on a peg, you can rotate that in there. You get quite a lot out of that. Of course, with the armor in the way, you're not going to be able to do so much, but still. That is ball jointed, as you saw. Ball joint moves quite a bit here. This one is a little bit looser than the other on the Spinatio. This one is an older model unit that I built first. You can always reinforce that with just a tiny bit of nail polish, but be careful with that one. You don't want to have something that has acetone or thinner in it because that will melt this plastic. Two joints in the knee. So you get that top one that gets you to about 90. You get the bottom one that also has about 90. Together, they add up to about, see that ball joint right about here. So if you have her leg where it's supposed to be, that would be a very powerful knee. Very cool. Look at that. She's a martial artist now. At the foot, you have the same joint system here. So you have a hinge at the bottom. And then a ball joint inside here, which allows you to turn that. This one's a little bit more trouble because this one can come off. And it comes off a lot easier than the other, where that one's a little bit more solid. But I've never had it come off when I needed it. I never had it come off when I didn't need it to. So it's not really something to worry about. But overall, the Spinatia, she has quite a lot of articulation, quite a range of motion. Very expressive, very thin body, very poseable, and very full of personality. I think the little cat ears, they do it for me a lot. It's a very funny looking model kit without the extra armor on, but she is really cool, and I think you guys will enjoy if you do build one. Obviously with the armor on, they look a little bit different, a little bit bulkier, a little bit more filled out, so that might be something that you want. It doesn't have that utilitarian look like the Earth Alliance forces do, and it doesn't have that nice curvy and armored look like the Byron do, but this one is definitely its own unique style, and I love the Maxion forces. I know I say that all the time. But saying that, I hope you do enjoy it. And again, I'm sorry that I didn't put any of the articulation checks in the other videos that I've made. I'll try to link these ones in the descriptions of those videos, so hopefully if you are interested in it, you will come to this video and see what you were missing. And if you just stumbled across this one, it's still really cool to see what these things can do. These are very cool model kits, and I hope you do figure on picking one up because they are really worthwhile. Especially these Maxion ones, which are the newer ones. They are definitely worth their weight in plastic. And they do come with a lot of armor too, which is something that the other ones didn't come with. So they're a little bit more expensive, but they're definitely cool. But with that said, I will let you guys go. I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me, but more than likely you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.